Did Utah just beat every other state in America again? Yes! That's 3 years in a row, baby. You might be thinking, wait, what's so special about Utah? Isn't it like just a bunch of snow, a large salty pond, and a bunch of Mormons? You're gonna wanna stick around because the truth might just knock your hiking boots off. Whether you're planning a big move or you're just curious about what makes Utah so enticing, this could be the most important video that you watch, especially if you don't want to end up regretting where you live. US News recently ranked Utah the #1 place to live in America again. And this ranking isn't just some opinion piece. They dig deep into the data, economy, healthcare, education, crime, you name it. So yeah, we Utahns aren't exactly shocked, but for everyone who's asking what's the big deal with Utah, I'm about to show you. As a realtor here in Salt Lake City and Utah County, I get questions all the time from people wondering if they should make the move here. I love chatting with y'all, but this video will answer most of the questions that I get, except for the one about living among the Mormons. That's a different video. From our powerhouse economy, our plethora of outdoor activities, and forward-thinking government, Utah is still one of the best kept secrets in the country. Be sure to watch to the end where I'll reveal something crucial that you need to know before you pack your bags and move here. Spoiler alert, it has nothing to do with green jello.
Money don't jiggle jiggle, it folds. I like to see you wiggle wiggle, for sure.
Let's start with this Joe Rogan interview with Post Malone.
There's something about the Utah mountains too. Like that's a real mountain range.
Yeah.
It's very humbling.
It's incredible. Without sounding corny, it's like you feel like you're a part of something bigger, but you're so insignificant. And then you can just say, I accept everything around me.
Yeah.
And I'm relaxed and I'm at peace.
This peace that Post Malone speaks of is one of the main reasons a lot of people choose to live here in Utah. But there are loads of great reasons why Utah is an incredible place to live. Let's take a look at the US News rankings of all 50 states to see how Utah compares. Looking at the blue highlights, Utah's ranked in the top 3 nationwide in economy, fiscal stability, and infrastructure. The red circles show a #4 ranking for education and #7 for crime and corrections. And the red arrow points to the only real embarrassment, Utah's natural environment, at #48. I mean, at least we're not the worst. Anyway, today, I'm gonna dive deep into each one of these rankings. But first, check out this clip from Fox 13 Utah with US News senior data editor.
How are each of the states evaluated?
We rank the states on more than 70 different metrics, and those span basically every way that a state can be good, everything from environment to education to equality to infrastructure. We then weight those scores according to a survey of what readers say is most important to them in a state government, and from that comes the ranking.
So obviously Utah performed really well. And for the 3rd year in a row, why do you think that is?
So the story of Utah, some states, like, they have some really high rankings, some really low rankings. Utah is just really, really consistent across the board, and that gives it a lot of power. So it just does pretty well in basically everything, and then really well in a couple things. There's loads of interesting stuff buried underneath it, which is why I always recommend you check out the underlying rankings of its performance as a state, but it's really interesting and no, not surprising.
And here's the reason why the US News report carries so much weight.
The data collection period runs for many months. I've been working on it since before January, at least. So it's the culmination of a lot of effort by a lot of people.
Okay, so let's look at each category, starting with crime and corrections, where Utah is ranked 7th best nationwide. Now, all the data we're about to look at compares Utah to the national average. In the first red box, Utah's incarceration rate is 176 for every 100,000 residents. Looking below, the national average is almost 2 times higher at 306. For juveniles, Utah is sitting at 23 compared to 41 nationwide, and violent crimes is 232 compared to the US average of 348. Now, data can be boring, so I'm going to move fast. Feel free to hit pause if you need more time. Okay, moving on to Utah's economy, which ranked 3rd best. As always, Utah is crushing it with incredible job growth, which keeps the migration rate high as people move here for better jobs and higher pay. Now, before I continue, what the heck is up with my likes?
You can't do this to me.
You know how much I sacrificed?
Please subscribe so I can keep making these videos. And I'd love to know if this video is helpful or if I missed something, so please comment below. Okay, so the people of Utah are notoriously beautiful. I mean, Avi. But we're also super smart. We earned a #4 ranking for education. Utahns graduate college with less debt, and high school graduation is 88.3%. Not too shabby. Okay, this next one is a biggie because it's all about the Benjamins. Utah earned a #1 ranking in fiscal stability. Our government earned a AAA rating. If you didn't know, Utah is one of the most conservative states in the US, and our government actually seems to care about where our tax dollars are spent. Once again, if you're getting bored with all this data, hang in there because I'm saving the worst for last. Continuing on, Utah is known to have a healthy, active population living longer than the national average. More on this in a minute. As a state, Utah ranks 14th overall, beating the national average in all 3 categories, and an obesity rate around 30%. So when they say people from Utah are fat, they must mean PHAT? But for reals, why do Utahns live longer? Yahoo reported healthy food, families, outdoor activities, strong communities, and the sense of purpose provided by religion. When I heard Yahoo mention religion, my face was like, So I decided to dig deeper and found the following research. Men of the LDS faith live 7 years longer, while LDS women live nearly 6 years longer. Moral of the story, if you want to die young, don't become a Mormon. Okay, let's keep moving. Utah's infrastructure is ranked 3rd best. The following data will come as a surprise to many who live here, but the average commute time and road conditions both rank better than the national average. I guess all that annoying road construction is a good thing. Anyway, the last 2 items on this list are really the 2 most interesting. Utah's worst rating was national environment with an embarrassing rank of 48 out of 50. Breathing the air in Utah can be worse than being trapped in a car with your father-in-law. A separate report by Fox News Utah regarding the state's rankings by U.S. News discussed how Utahns feel about these rankings.
Some Utahns say that this is well-deserved. They also say that there's always room for improvement. Utah's natural environment actually ranked 48th among other states, citing pollution and poor air quality.
If we don't protect it, we lose it.
Director of the Kempsey Gardner Policy Institute, Natalie Gochner, says it's one thing the state can improve on.
Now, the last one on the list is probably the most interesting, as many Utahns complain about the lack of affordability. As a state, our cost of living is slightly higher than the national average, but our median household income is significantly higher. And as always, Utah's poverty is low at 9%. If you like spending time outside, Utah is consistently ranked as one of the most beautiful states in the country. The Thrillist recently ranked Utah as the 5th most beautiful state. Utah might be best known for its unique and iconic landscapes. The article referenced the sandstone arches, the canyons, the formations in Goblin Valley, the salt flats, and the mountains. Many believe Utah has the best snow on earth, and it's hard to disagree when we were just chosen to host the Winter Olympics for the 2nd time. The article ended by saying, if outdoor recreation is your top vacation priority, you might not find a better place. This list barely scratches the surface. I mean, Lake Powell is a summertime favorite for many who live here. In all, Utah has 46 state parks and 5 national parks offering a wide variety of recreational activities. And, fun fact, 3 of Utah's national parks rank in the top 10 best in the country. Arches National Park ranks 9th best. Bryce Canyon comes in at number 8, and Zion's tops the list of Utah parks as the 6th best in the US. Okay, so I guess there's too many fun things to do in Utah to name them all. And of course, all of this is great, but the one thing that really sets Utah apart is the genuinely warm and community-focused nature of its people. Utahns consistently rank among the most charitable in the nation, both in terms of time and money donated. According to the Corporation for National and Community Service, Utah's led the nation in volunteerism rates for over a decade. This strong spirit of giving is deeply tied to our culture. Utahns are known to rally around one another in times of needs. Our unique blend of friendliness, generosity, and collective responsibility helps create a strong sense of belonging that elevates life here in quiet but powerful ways. Okay, if you're moving here from another state, be sure to check out Watch This Before You Buy a Home in Utah. I'll put a link below. If you're looking to buy, sell, or build a home here in Utah, I get contacted all the time. Please feel free to call or text me with your questions. I'd love to hear from you. If you have a friend or a family looking to sell a home, you can easily text this video to them. And please, don't forget to hit the subscribe button below and ring the bell to be notified each time I post new videos. Also, you can find me on Instagram at Ty, the Real Estate Guy. If you found this video helpful, please give me a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to ring that little bell below. It'll make you feel good.